Hey, open up my eyes and now I'm seeing clearly. Places in my life I'm slacking, snakes that slither near me. I ain't worried about them, no, I'm only God-fearing. I'ma make so much noise, the whole world hear me.
Good morning. Good morning. I haven't made a video in months. Months. We're talking, I think the last time I did a video was, what, July of 2024. Yeah. So I wanted to take an overly done hiatus on doing YouTube videos. Anyway, a lot has happened. I am not kidding. A lot has happened. Yeah, so I'm just letting you guys know that I don't do any of my videos, you know, scripted, AI or whatever. I don't do any of that stuff. This is all, you know, here, all here. But yeah. Anyway, what should I talk about? Oh yeah, let me say that I'm still doing my, you know, remote commercial lending, corporate lending, and all that and everything. But let me tell you something. It has grown since I've taken a hiatus and everything of doing YouTube videos. It has grown like tremendously. I am no longer brokering deals. I am no longer brokering, you know, commercial lending deals because, you know, what I realized, it's not you know, when you're taking on client deals and files and all that and everything, where you're you know, you're getting a lot of requests and all that and everything, it just doesn't look professional. You know, I mean, unless you know, you've got the connections where you're a broker, this and that and everything, and you are, you got what's called trust, you know, like, know, and trust, and you got to have those three things and everything when you're doing stuff like that remotely or actually at a professional office and everything. You know what? Honestly, I think when the fact that people that, you know, that are commercial loan brokers and all that, or commercial loan people and all that and everything, you know, a lot of them, 99% of the time they're working from home or they're working from their phones and all that and everything. So yeah, but I think in the long term of things, you know, it's gonna be to where, you know, like, that I'll eventually, you know, be doing deals, you know, be doing submitting files, you know, from a professional office, maybe if I want to, you know, have that type of overhead and everything. But anyway, I want to let you guys know what I'm doing now and everything in regards to that, since I'm no longer brokering deals and everything. Now I have a network of 200+ lenders now that I have access to. So I don't have to broker it to that non-bank commercial lender or that one. I now have one source. And we have and what it is that we do a roadmap. What that means is that, you know, we look at a client that needs funding and all that and everything, okay? Well, we want to look at, you know, everything. We want to look at, like, their credit. We want to look at their business plan, that kind of thing. We want to look at their business in general, or their company in general and everything. If they are maybe a multiple member LLC, S Corp, C Corp, and everything. If they have multiple owners of that entity and everything, then we want to look at everybody. We want to look at, you know, the co-founder. We want to look at the COO, the CMO, the CFO. We want to look at everybody and everything to see how well structured, you know, the company is and everything. That's what I am associated with now with my new network and everything. And also, on top of that, as a bonus and everything, you know, because I'm getting quite a bit of requests on my Honeybook profile account that I completely forgot about. But they've been basically asking me requests about, like, you know, with H-shelf corps and everything, unpublished, non-IPO H-shelf corporations. Now, if you're not familiar with what H-shelf corps are and everything, I'll tell you what they are. H-shelf corporations are basically a file. It's a file that is sitting in some lawyer's, like, file and everything, or his desk office, whatever. It's an established entity that was created, and there's no action, there's no operations, there's no revenue, there's no tax return. So it's a blank file, what that is, but it's an H-shelf corporation file. Now, what that is, it basically, it has a bank account, obviously, that what is required for that H-shelf corp. It has to have a bank account. There may not be revenue coming in and all that and everything, but it's age up to between 3 years and up to 8 to maybe about 10 years. Now, I know that sometimes I've been hearing a lot of the industry going where is that H-shelf corporations, I want to acquire a 20-year H-shelf corp. I want to acquire a 50-year corp or a 100-year corp. Those are two extremely old dogs in the game and everything, in the arena of H-shelf corps. The ones that I have access to are, between the ages of 4 years old, 5 years old, 6 years old. Those are the ones that they are, aged enough and appropriate, like a young dog, a young kid, a young dog. Okay, so you got a young dog that's an H-shelf corp and everything. Okay, how that is now, that it comes with where it's got everything structured correctly as a C corp and everything, or an S corp or an LLC, and a lot of them are basically bank ready files and everything. Okay, so that's what that is. An H-shelf corp that I'm doing now is an H-shelf corporation that is about anywhere between 3 years old and 8 years old and everything. That's the range and everything. Okay, so anyway, what we do, we give you an H-shelf corporation, and it's got to be for people that have a very good credit profile. Okay, I'm sorry, that's just how the narrow of it is. If you got shit fucking credit and everything, and then it can't work in your favor. Now, there's other strategies and alternative that you can do to get an alternative. An H-shelf corporate. If you know somebody in your family, your friends, or your business network that you're doing business with and everything, and they got a good credit profile, you can use them as the guarantor to acquire that and everything. Okay, now let's say you got an LLC that you've had for 5 years. Okay, what I would need to do is I need to see the what is it called, the Experian business credit profile and everything. That's what I got to need and all that, to see how much raising capital that we can do in the process and everything. Now, I'm gonna go back to what I was saying about people that have good credit profiles. You need the minimum a 720 FICO credit score. Okay, you got to have at least 3 unsecured credit cards, and they got to be under 30% utilization. And I believe, what is it? The 720 FICO credit score, and then the 3 credit cards, and then under credit usage. Also, and where it can't be where you just had this credit card for about 6 months ago, and everything. That's the minimum. And then it goes also along the lines that you got to have less than 6 hard inquiries in the last 6 months. So if you've been applying for credit cards, this and that and everything, then we can't offer you an H-shelf corp and everything. So that's what that is. But here's the good thing: once you are a very good potential client that is interested in an H-shelf corporation and all that, everything, what we have in our inventory. Now, how that works is that through the first tier, because you're going to go through 4 tiers of capital raise funding, funding tiers and everything. Now, the first tier, you'll get up to about $150,000. Okay, now that's going to be in the lines of maybe a couple corporate credit cards for that H-shelf corporation. You're basically personally guaranteeing that funding and everything to where you're going to get through that first tier. You're going to go through that first tier, be on it for maybe about 3 months, and 1 to 3 months, okay? So 30 to 90 days and everything. And then you'll go through the next tier, where you're going to go from $150,000 to up to $250,000. And that's where it starts to feel really good, because you can do a lot of business operations when you have access to that capital. Maybe getting government contracts, you're getting commercial properties, residential properties, whatever line of business you're doing and everything, you can use that capital for it and everything. So now, after you go through the 1 to 2 tiers, so you're going on to tier 3, you're getting access to a lot more credit cards under that H-shelf corporate, and then you're getting also working capital loans, you're getting term loans, SBA loans, all that good stuff and everything within those tier ranks and everything. So I do know what I do know is when I was talking to my corporate advisor that I'm partnered with and everything, you can get up to, in your 4 tiers of funding and all that, you get up to about anywhere between $550,000 to $600,000 to upwards to about $700 to $900 to about at least $1.5 million. That's what I've heard from other previous clients that my association with this financial group has and everything. So that's that. Anyway, so I guess that's just my new swing of things. You know, I've got my 200+ commercial corporate lenders and everything, and then I'm doing the H-shelf corporating. That's what I've been, you know, working on structuring correctly these last several months and everything. So I'm gonna start doing videos again. Yeah. By the way, I haven't got that fixed. It is disgusting. Yeah. So what can you say? But anyway, I wanted to let you guys know that that's what I've been doing and all that and everything. I am getting, you know, quite a bit of consulting requests on LinkedIn and everything. If you guys haven't subscribed to the channel, please do. Really, I really want you guys to subscribe, because I'm now, you know, gaining a lot higher recognition and everything. Because check it out, just back in, I think was it April, I actually got accepted into the Marquis Who's Who Emerging Leaders Association. If you don't know who that association is, I suggest you do your research about them. They're called Marquis Who's Who Emerging Leaders. They have been around for 126 years. Okay, so we're talking since 1899. This association has been around, and I got accepted into that association. So you know what that's gonna do to me tremendously is that it puts the credibility to the top. I'm a trustworthy B2B consultant, you know, and then I coach clients. That's what that's gonna do. It helps with my personal brand. That you know, I've learned since I've been doing commercial lending and all that and everything since I started late of 2022. That's what that does. That's what that does. You gotta have a good, trustworthy personal brand. So I've been doing that since 2025 has started. I said, you know what, I've got to focus on my personal brand. I have to get some type of stability. And then when I was winning a lot of my local business person of the year awards with on the Alignable platform and all that and everything, I have actually been back on that platform in quite a bit, a few months. I'm going to jump back on that and everything, and start promoting myself a little bit more hardcore on that platform, because I wanted to become one of the next ambassadors in Polk County, Florida, and all that and everything. So now that I've got my association with Marquis Who's Who Emerging Leaders and everything and all that, which will be really, really good. So anyway, guys, I don't want to make this too long a video. I just wanted to make this, you know, like just give you an update of what's going on and everything. So I hope you guys like the video. Hit the subscribe button. If you don't, I'm not going to talk to you. I'm just kidding. You might not. But anyway, I love you guys. I love you guys and everything. And I know that with my, you know, achievements that I've had so far, you know, this year and everything and all that, this is all going down, because I just yesterday got one client. He's a Miami developer in Miami. He's interested in acquiring an H-shelf corporate and everything. I'm going. So I mean, you know, I've got a supply of them right now that we have in our inventory, but they're gonna go quick. These are you know, if you're not familiar with H-shelf corps and everything, how it is and all work and everything, that's the door that multimillionaires and self-made billionaires, they get H-shelf corporations. Elon Musk and Donald Trump, Bill Gates, they get this stuff. They know what that is. So those are the secrets that I have access to, that I can offer to you and everything in your small, you know, single member LLC. And if you're trying to get government contracts, you're going to need an H-shelf corporation and all that. And that's going to help out with cash flow. That's going to help out with capital and everything. That knows that you have those resources in your backhand. Okay. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna get off this video here and everything and all that. I will get it uploaded to the channel and everything, and I'm gonna have this blasted on all of my socials and everything. You know, we're talking, you know, Facebook, LinkedIn. Follow me on LinkedIn and everything as well. I appreciate it, because I'm actually getting a lot of where I'm getting my follower ups and everything. I'm almost at 600. I know that's maybe a small amount and everything, but I can't wait to get to my first 1,000 followers on LinkedIn, and then beyond that and everything. So I know once I got up to 5,000 followers and all that and everything, and then over 500 plus connections, because I've got that. And then it's just getting big and everything. I love you guys. I will upload this video to the channel. Hit the subscribe button. Do it. You will be proud of yourself that you do, because you're gonna have me in your network and everything. Okay, that's the plus beauty thing of it. I will see you guys in the next video. Take care. God bless, and America first, baby.
Hey, open up my eyes and now I'm seeing clearly. Places in my life I'm slacking, snakes that slither near me. I ain't worried about them, no, I'm only God-fearing. I'ma make so much noise, the whole world hear me.